Wesley Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today is going to be another episode of my amazing podcast, Sunvision Podcast, episode number 191. That's right, episode number 191. I can't believe I've had 191 episodes. Today, I'm going to focus on a superhero who I think is the greatest Marvel superhero ever. He's the foundation of the Marvel universe. He's the reason why Marvel is where it is today. None other than this dude himself. The greatest Marvel superhero ever, Blade. That's right. Now this is two versions of him, but I'm gonna talk about him in detail. But first things first, we're gonna take care of some of these bills. I have to show you all these posters right here. Blade, the greatest superhero ever in Marvel Universe. That's right. Not Captain America, not Iron Man, not Thor, not Hulk. No, Blade, the guy on my t-shirt right here. Because without this guy right here, Blade, there would be no Marvel. It was broke as a joke till Blade came through and saved the day. Wesley Snipes with those great 3 movies. So before we get into this podcast, man, we're going to thank our sponsors. This Vision Podcast is brought to you by Tiegler. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything in between, search Tiegler. Don't wait, search today. That's Tiegler.com, y'all. Don't wait, search today. That's Tiegler.com. Like I said it before, Tiegler is owned and operated by one of the best CEOs out there in the galaxy, Aditya Agoke, who runs an amazing website. Yes, this is Tiegler right here, y'all. One of my sponsors. Vinny Philly, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. We're getting this podcast cracking. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Hope everything's going good with you, brother. I know you start that new job on Monday. So let's get this thing cracking, man. Yes, I'm into the podcast today. Vinny, you're going to love today's episode. It's about Blade. Back to these sponsors. I got my homeboy Vinny over here, got me distracted, man. I can keep my mind straight. But Tiegler.com. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything in between, that's Tiegler.com, yo. Don't wait. Search today. That's Tiegler.com, y'all. Like I stated before, from carpenters to plumbers to pediatricians to landscapers to nurse to caregivers, anything that you need professional service, you got to check with Tiegler.com. Tiegler.com, and they're available in 2 locations. Great Falls, Virginia, and also in the Los Angeles, Long Beach, California area. So please check it out. Tiegler.com. Tiegler.com, y'all. Don't wait. That's Tiegler.com. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details. Like I stated before, y'all. Right here, these custom authorities go on every pair of boxers that I wear. And every pair of boxers that I wear, yes, my own pair of sneakers, I got these custom authorities in there, designed for me by the best foot specialist in the galaxy, Dr. Nerenu Sode, who's the best foot specialist in the galaxy. This guy right here makes the best custom orthotics you've ever seen. Now, if you're in the Dallas, Texas, Frisco area, you definitely want to go see Dr. Nerenu Sode at AnadelCenter.com. That's AnadelCenter.com, y'all. Like I stated before, I've been paying free for like 8-9 years now, so custom orthotics are the way to go, but not just any kind. Get them from AnadelCenter.com, y'all. AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. Well, y'all, that's the sponsors. That's the bills paid. Let's get into this amazing podcast episode. Today, I told y'all from jump, I was going to talk about Blade, the greatest Marvel superhero ever. As far as I'm concerned anyway, without Blade, there would be no Marvel. I don't think there's ever been a character that's been the greatest, but never shown the respect and love that he deserves. Shown the respect and deserve that he loves. So Blade, the things I'm going to focus on today for Blade, because a lot of y'all don't even know who Blade is, which is the sad part. But we're going to fix that today, man. Things I'm going to focus on: his origins, history, his powers, comics, animation, movies, and then of course my final thoughts is always like I always like to do. Now Blade, because a lot of y'all joining the chat right now. This is Blade right here. For a whole lot of y'all don't know, I'm purposely busting out the poster because I want y'all to see. I sell these posters on my website. Now Blade is, to me, as far as I'm concerned, the greatest Marvel superhero ever. Now look, this is also another Blade. So you can see I drew 2 versions of him before I get this thing cracking. First version, second version. This Blade version is probably my favorite one of all because it's really cool. But Blade is the greatest superhero ever. Last week I talked about cardiac assassins, but now I want to focus on other heroes. Yes, I like heroes from other universes too. So we're going to start off with Blade's origins. So Blade, for a lot of you don't know, is Marvel's first, well, he wasn't the first Marvel superhero movie, but he was the first. Let me delete this guy talking about Trump. Don't nobody care about Trump. Take that somewhere else. So look, let's talk about Blade when he was created. So let's talk about this guy's origins. Blade, real name Eric Cross Brooks. He's from England. For a lot of you who don't know, Blade was actually a character was actually created in England. And for a lot of y'all who don't know, the character was actually created in let me see. Okay, so it was actually, let me give you all the background. So the character was created in 1973 by Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman. For a lot of you who don't know, Blade is probably one of Blade is probably one of those characters that let me block this other loser. Blade is one of those characters, the original comic version in 1973 when he was created. Back then, there wasn't too many African American superheroes. So when Blade was created, the whole design was to create a character that could not only, I guess I want to call it, satisfy the lack of representation of African American superheroes, but also too the just all around ball out. I remember the first time I saw Blade was on Spider-Man the animated series, and that animated series came out in the 1990s. Fox, hold your question. And that came out in the 1990 series. That's when I remember first seeing Blade. So I remember like the first time and after that, the second time I saw Blade was actually Wesley Snipes in the Blade movie. That was the sickest thing I'd ever seen. I was like, whoa, this superhero was bona fide. Like, oh my God, this is the dude right here. So Blade was created by Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman. Now, in the 1998 was when the first movie came out, which I'm going to talk about later. But Blade is a vampire from England. Actually, his real name is Eric Brooks, which I'm going to get back to now. And he was born in England to a single mother who was bitten by Deacon Frost while she was coming home from work one day. This dude decides, I'm going to randomly attack a pregnant woman, and just like how you've seen in the movie, he attacks her. She gets his bite goes into his mother's bloodstream, which in turn goes into Blade himself, making Blade half human, half vampire. So his real name is, of course, Eric Crosby from England, Soto, England. For a lot of you who don't know anything about England, Soto is a place in England. I used to live in England, so I'm very familiar with England. Soto is a place in England, and so Blade was one of the very few first characters that I'd ever seen that I'd ever seen a superhero, excuse me, y'all, I'm looking for my pen, that had ever been seen as far as like in terms of superheroism. It was created really to I don't want to call it satisfy, but Marvel knew they were not even close to being diverse. So they needed to create a character that was not stereotypical. And so Blade was born. And so you have Marv Wolfman and what's his other gentleman's name? Because Marv Wolfman's always the one I always remember. And Gene Coleman in 1973 created this amazing character. He was Afro style. He was wearing supporting cast members. So look, when Blade was created, the whole point was to get him when Blade was created was to get him to defend. So he was born in England, but then somehow ends up in Detroit, Michigan, which is how a lot of us know Blade as. And so Blade's origins, Marv VRX, hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Sanusi podcast, episode number 91. 191. That's 191. That's right. This Sanusi podcast, I'm going live on my podcast now from now on. So yo, we here. I know Vinny's over there chilling over there in the cut. So we're talking about Blade today, man, the greatest Marvel superhero of all time. So Blade becomes like this character that out of nowhere now has to uplift Marvel. And so his origins is like a character, he goes from nothing and all of a sudden he's the main face of Marvel. And for the longest time, I'm going to get that as I go into the history when I get into the history. But let's talk about like, so Blade first, which is, you know what, that's the history part right there, because I got to give y'all like a lot more detail. So in 1973, so I'm going to give y'all like the synopsis really. Eric Cross is a superhero. Blade, of course, his real name is Eric Cross Brooks, right? So a superhero probably portrayed by Wesley Snipes in Line Cinema Blade franchise. And so Brooks was trained as a vampire hunter by Abraham Whistler, who happens to be his mentor, and dedicates himself to protecting human being. A variation of he showed up in the Spider-Man thing, right? Like I told you in 1994. But when Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman created him in 1973, it was basically designed to fill like a giant hole, like I was saying to y'all. A lot of people don't even know that Blade was actually from England, which is the trippy part that makes me laugh. Most people think he's from Detroit. And that happens when you have shows, TV shows like the ones that The Great Sticky Fingers was on. I don't know if you've ever seen that TV show, but that show was off the chain. For a lot of y'all just joining the chat, thank for joining the chat. I'm talking about Blade, of course, today, the greatest Marvel superhero of all time. I after doing the Carjack for Assassins episode, because of that one, I decided, you know what? I need to focus on some of the superheroes I really, really like. Then I'm gonna keep on going with the other episodes that I got coming. So Blade, basically, Blade was, once he got created by Marv Wolfman, and they put out a series of comics, and then basically they have to find a way to get this guy out into the Marvel universe. So, like for example, Early life, 1967, his pregnant mother, Vanessa Brooks, who was attacked by vampire Deacon Frost, and she goes into premature labor. Basically, Blade was born prematurely. And yes, that's what I'm telling you right now, Raul, the origin story of Blade. So the doctors are able to save her baby, Eric Brooks, which is Blade, but Vanessa dies. So Brooks gets most of the vampirism from Deacon Frost biting his mother at the beginning of his birth. 13 years later, Brooks lives in the streets and preys on homeless people to fulfill his need for human blood. He meets vampire hunter Abraham Whistler, who becomes his mentor and trains him to become the most ferocious vampire hunter you've ever seen. He gives vampires a whooping that you've never seen before. And then realizing Brooks is a human vampire hybrid who possesses the enhanced abilities of vampires without the weakness of sunlight, silver, and garlic, Whistler trains Brooks, aka Blade, in martial arts and the use of various weapons, which includes Gatling guns, shurikens, things like that. He also develops a serum to replace Blade's need for thirst. So that's where Blade's origins comes from. Sherry, my homegirl is in the chat. Hope you're feeling better, homie. That's my big sister right there. I hope, Sherry, you're feeling good. I know she was sick earlier. Hope you're feeling real good. I know you were sick. I was sick too, but I was like, look, this podcast got to be got in. Y'all feel me? So, yo, let's keep this thing cracking, man. So, yo, that's Blade's origins right there. Like I said, his origins aren't something that... what's up, Rob? How you doing, homie? Welcome to the podcast. Subvision Podcast, episode 191. Focusing on Blade today, the greatest Marvel superhero of all time. Y'all can see Blade on my t-shirt. Hey, appreciate that. Colorado's in the house. So, no, that's Blade right there, man. Now, next up is Blade's history. Blade's history is a guy who, after meeting Abraham Whistler, is when his life changes. Prior to meeting Abraham Whistler, Blade's life was more of chaos. He lived on the streets of Soto, London, England, and he was preying on homeless people, basically, for blood. Because now he's a vampire. He's got no parents, he's got no mother, he's an orphan, and he's got to, figure out how in the hell he's going to eat. And the one thing he knows how to do is, he's got a thirst for blood. So, he's preying on vampires. And then one day comes across this guy named Abraham Whistler, who now becomes his mentor. Abraham Whistler basically trains Blade how to use weapons, how to ride the motorcycles, gives him his armor, all his weapons. And Abraham Whistler realizes that Blade is not completely vampire. So that means that he has no vulnerability to sunlight. He has no, he's impervious to garlic. So he trains him in martial arts, different martial arts disciplines. Karate, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo. He even sends him to Japan. So, because there's different types of origins you know about Blade. There's the Blade from the animated series from 2012, where he gets trained in Japan by a sensei. And also too, in that training too, for sure, Rob, most definitely I ain't gonna never give up. That's what I do best, perseverance. So thank you for all of y'all in the chat. Thank you for the likes. The goal is to get this thing to 100 plus, but more importantly, to give you an awesome episode just like last week. So yo, let's keep this thing going. Appreciate the support I'm getting from all of y'all right there. So Blade's history, like I said, he meets Abraham Whistler. He trains him. There's two types of history because it's kind of weird, but I'm gonna freestyle this because I feel like Blade, he goes to Japan, gets the training. He actually learns different fight style, and then he becomes a master swordsman. That's probably one of the things that made the Blade movie that we all seen, which I'm going to talk about later, seem so good. And yes, Blade was made way back in 1998. You know what I'm saying? I was like a tiny baby, could barely see the screen. But Blade, basically the character goes from Soto, England, and then ends up in Detroit, where he meets these guys called the Bad Bloods. So he basically joins a group of individuals who he didn't know were vampires as well. So Blade becomes this street. He goes from not knowing what he's doing to becoming a vampire hunter. So now him and Whistler form a team along with other you know what? 760, you're an idiot. You're gonna get blocked just for being a moron. Hustle and muscle, you're a loser. That's how you're a bum. You're on my platform. You have to go promote yourself. Some of y'all make me laugh, man. Y'all don't realize all I gotta do is hit block and then you're off my screen. You know what I'm saying? You don't stop nothing here. But one of the things about Blade was the fact that his history starts off in England. He ends up in America. He's a vampire. He's an orphan kid. That's what I think. I want to see a day when Marvel actually focuses on revamping this character again. And yes, letting Wesley Snipes play him, having multiple actors play him in different timelines. But also too, Blade was born in England. We never really get to know much about his mother. We know she's a nurse. We know his father was in life because in the episodes with with Sticky Fingers in the TV show, his father was dead, his mother was dead. But in the ones in the movie, Wesley Snipes' mother was the main figure, and then his father was not around. So Blade comes from Soto, England. Yes, Soto, England. Blade. A lot of y'all think he's American, but he's actually not American. He's actually British. And then he comes all the way from England to America. He gets to America. He learns how to become a vampire hunter because Abraham Winsler, his mentor, brings him to America. And then they in Detroit, they're fighting these vampires. All these rich, aristocratic vampires who are going around feeding on people. Blade puts an end to that. And so through the constant battle, he builds weapons, and now Blade builds allies all over the world, from Germany to Japan to Africa to Europe. To you name it, England, France. He has allies everywhere all over the world, to the point where whenever he's traveling and he has to go hunt vampires in different parts of the world, he's got weaponry waiting for him. So he's got an array of like an underground tunnel, should I say, or something like that. Is the best way for him to put it, right? So I'm gonna talk about that later, man. Ain't nobody worried about no shoe game right now, bro. I'm focused on this podcast. Amazing people are watching right now. They actually enjoying the podcast. So all of y'all talking about something else, I'm gonna talk about that in the final thoughts at the end of the podcast. Right now I'm focused on Blade. So Blade, for all y'all just joining the chat, we're talking about Blade, the vampire hunter, the greatest superhero in Marvel history as far as I'm concerned. So Blade is over here hunting people in different parts of the world, kicking butt left and right, getting trained by Whistler. Of course, he still has that bloodthirst. He still has that bloodthirst, and so the only way to cure that thirst is to actually have serum created by Abraham Whistler. So he creates it. Of course, in the movie, you see Karen Jensen creates it, which I'm going to talk about later. You know what I'm saying? But that's another character they could have built up on. But Marvel's always doing dumb stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You take a character, you know that character is the foundation of everything you've done as a company, and yet you want to push him away because you want to push the usual. Captain America, Iron Man, whatever. And yes, Iron Man is my second favorite superhero, but Iron Man is not the foundation of Marvel. Blade is the foundation of Marvel. Everybody knows that. Anybody with any common sense knows that. You know what I'm saying? So Blade's history is like a guy who gets to finally figure out who he is, what he is, and then comes to grips with what he is. And so he spends an entirety of his life kind of what's the word I'm for? Redeeming himself for all the humans that he had basically sucked their blood. You know what I'm saying? So before becoming what he is as superheroes, he went through that phase as a teenager, in his teenage years, just preying on the streets of London, on various different homeless people, and that's how Blade became Blade. So once he got to America, then it was like, okay, now this dude is gonna do his thing. Like a lot of stuff, like I'm even gonna look for some stuff. Let me see here. Give me a second, y'all. I'm looking for something here. Let me see. Like also too, another thing about Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman, who are the creators of Blade when they created him in 1973, the comic book version of used T-wood knives. So he didn't really have all those array of gadgets that he had like in the original, what we saw in the movies. He kind of had like a, what's this word? Yes, Blade came before. Blade was a different universe. He was created after Captain America, but that's a whole different universe because Captain America is just Avengers. Blade is a whole different galaxy. And so back to what I was talking about, y'all. So you'll give me a second. Let's see here. Yep, I think I've given y'all that part right there. And then, so yeah, now the history of Blade, because I have to get to his enemy, Deacon Frost. Now, his enemy, Deacon Frost, because that's what makes his history interesting. Now you know who he is, how he got trained. So once he figures out who he is, he spends the entirety of his life trailing and hunting down Deacon Frost. Anything that Deacon Frost owned, Blade made it his personal business to destroy it. Period. Without question. Deacon Frost thought like, who is this guy chasing me completely? Not realizing that Blade was the kid that was the child that was in his mother's belly that was turned into a vampire when he bit his mother on the streets of London. Because Deacon Frost didn't give a damn. Deacon Frost himself was a scientist who happened to was trying to create a cure for his vampirism. But while he was doing that, he was busy biting on human beings, which was a trip. So he's over here biting on Blade's mother, turns Blade into a vampire, and Blade spends the rest of his life basically destroy Deacon Frost, as we saw in the movie. So I'm gonna read y'all something. In 1997, Blade raids a vampire club in Los Angeles owned by Deacon Frost. The police unknowingly take, basically from what we know, because this is kind of tied to comic books too, he raids a club, he destroys the club, right? And then of course he meets this scientist called Karen Jensen, who doesn't solve Blade's blood hunger, blood. Was Blade a brother? Yes, Blade was a brother. Chocolate Thunder. That's right. Blade was a brother. How do you not know that? Oh my God. This is all the reason why I am doing this episode. How do you not know Blade is a brother? I don't think they're going to make the movie anymore. I'm going to get to that later. That's typical of Blade to mess up the show all the time. Yes, sir. Hamatoro Rex Lopez, you damn right Blade's a bad brother. Yep. I mean, he's a bad brother, but he should have paid his taxes like you said. But look, Blade basically meets Whistler. They fight Deacon Frost, all of his allies, all of his enemies. Blade spent the entirety of the time basically trying to basically move this guy out of the way. Everything Deacon Frost was trying to do, Blade was just destroying it. Clubs, businesses, alliances, anything to do with that, Blade was straight up giving it the business. Blade was basically hell bent on making sure that he basically destroyed anything Deacon Frost, because what he really, aside from vengeance, he wanted to, in his own way, protect humans. I mean, he didn't like them that much, but he felt the need to protect them. So that's Blade's history right there, man. So next up are his powers. Blade's powers are like, man, superhuman. Let me start off with, give me a second, y'all, because give me a second, y'all. And this is something I prefer from moving to his powers. His occupation, of course, is vampire hunter. Affiliations that he had: Blood Pact, Night Stalkers, and of course the Last Avengers. Then of course his family can be considered to be Abraham Whistler. His mother is Vanessa Brooks, and his father is Robert Brooks. So, and of course the nationality, even though it's American, he's still technically British too. He's a dual citizenship. Yeah, thank you. Go support me, Blue Butterflies. All of y'all watching right now in the chat, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs. As of this morning, I was at 673 subs. So I want to thank y'all very much for subscribing, for being part of the platform, man. Really appreciate y'all. So look, I'm going to keep on with this Blade podcast episode because it's an amazing episode. And so now let's talk about Blade's, Species. This might be interesting to y'all, but Species is called Dhampir, which is Dhampir, which is basically like a vampire. Is a mythical creature that results from union between a vampire and a human being. That's what a Dhampir is. This union usually between male vampires and female humans, with stories of female vampires mating with male human beings are rare. So that's Blade's history right there. A superhuman that, yes, Blade has healing factor just like Wolverine. Instantaneous healing. He has healing factor just like Wolverine. Yes, he does. Some of y'all asking some good questions, man. I like this. Y'all are really into this. Get all your friends on the chat right now, man. I like that. We got a lot of likes right now. Let's go. Blade. Come on now. How we gonna miss Blade? Are you kidding me? So now let's get on to this guy's powers, right? So Blade's powers and abilities. Let's start off with his powers. Superhuman strength, superhuman speed, jumping ability. He can see vision, like he can see far away. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not Superman level where he can see through lead or whatever, but he can see like far away. Just like how we saw in the first Blade movie right there. What else? I'm gonna give you like, because his powers are pretty ridiculous. And then of course, aside from his powers, he has combat skills. And some of those combat skills include master of many martial arts disciplines: karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, karate, aikido, what else? A lot of master swordsmen. I don't know about all that. No. So whoever's asking me that question, Mato, no, that's not true. I don't know of that anyway. As much of Blade that I know of, never heard of that. But look, Blade's fighting skills include, like I was telling y'all, they include a person. Y'all give me a second, man. Let's see it. 23. Time stamping my work. All right, so look, Blade's powers: superhuman strength, superhuman speed. He can jump. He can leap to a certain degree. He's got instantaneous healing factor. His instantaneous healing factor. Let me see what else. Hey, Amato Reds, you're gonna get blocked because you're just a bum. Like, you need to find something else to do, man. So now back to the hey, well, if you haven't seen Blade in the Wild, Jared, go ahead and watch that, Joker. But look, Blade's powers include superhuman strength, superhuman speed, flight, not flight, but vision. He can leap just like a regular vampire. The only thing he can't do is fly like vampires. He's a master swordsman, which I'm gonna get into later. He can pretty much hand-to-hand combatants, aim to cast contusion. And then So when he gets to Detroit and Abraham Whistler's teaching him, Abraham Whistler's teaching him to use his vampirism abilities to the maximum of his abilities. Y'all give me a second, y'all. There we go. All right, y'all. I was trying to quiet down the noise. So look, check it out, y'all. So look, Blade's powers include and his abilities, because this is important. I'm gonna y'all give me a second. It's something I want to look for. Blade's powers, y'all give me a second, cause no, not that. Let's see. Y'all, some of y'all need to find something better to do with your time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you out of my way, because y'all need to find something better to do with time. Eventually he does, but that's an advanced. I think somebody was talking about what Blade does when he learns to become advanced like the other vampires. He does, but that's another thing why I'm kind of ticked off of Marvel. They never really let this guy grow into what we thought he should. He thought he should become. Hey, Marvella, you're a moron. I'm independent, you dumb behind. You're a moron. You're getting blocked for being stupid. Some of y'all say some dumb stuff. Like, you literally think what you say matters to me. It doesn't matter to me. I know I'm doing great. That's why you're trolling me. So now look, back to this thing right here. You can't troll me. I'm too successful, you losers. Yeah, there's so much growth potential in Blade. Now back to this podcast, back to his powers and abilities. So Blade, right? Vampire hunter. He's a vampire hunter. Y'all give me a second. Let me see his powers, because I want to be specific about it, because I've told y'all, like, he has instantaneous healing factor. He has fighting abilities. He's combat trained, and then of course, now what happens is once he meets Abraham Whistler, he gets to learn to use weapons, which includes katanas. He builds him a master sword, which is literally unbreakable. A master sword. This sword is total, you know what I'm saying? Total, like, the truth, right? And so when he builds the sword, also builds him a vehicle. The vehicle is bulletproof to a certain extent, because you get to see that in the second movie, in the Blade second movie, which was totally, I can't decide whether Blade 1 or Blade 2 was the best movie. It's just off the chain, both of them. But Blade's power is like, he's basically human, but a half vampire too. And so being half vampire, he always still has that thirst to want to suck on human blood. And so Whistler has to come up with a serum to basically quell that thirst. Hey, y'all see I just blocked that loser right there? So now look, check it out, y'all. So now Blade, to quench that thirst. So in order to quench the thirst, Tim Hatch, you're a moron. I don't care what you want to make fun of. I'm letting you know you're a moron before I block you. There you go. Now you're getting blocked. See? Y'all see how easy that is? Y'all ain't got to fight these idiots. All you do is move them. They're trolls. They have no life. They probably spend most of their time holding Vaseline and doing you know what. Find somewhere else to go jack off. Y'all some losers, man. Now check it out, y'all. Look, his powers include. Now let's talk about his. We've talked about his abilities, his power. Excuse me. Now his abilities include, when you get abilities, when you have talent like he has, you have to have a good trainer, and then you can't get any better than Abraham Whistler. I think it's important. See, that's another thing why Marvel gets on my nerves. I can spend all day talking about how awesome this guy is, but this guy, Abraham Whistler, is this guy, Abraham Whistler, trains Blade to become, like, basically the greatest superhero in the Marvel universe. And so when Blade's fighting in the streets of Detroit, or when he travels across the world, conquering destroying vampires from all manners of wherever they at, he's got the sword, he's got the car, he's got the shotguns, he doesn't even use garlic. I don't even remember him ever using garlic. All I remember is that even having that projectile they created, which is like a liquid, like a how do I say? Juan Navarro, appreciate you subscribing, man. All of y'all in the chat right now, I know you love what you're looking at, enjoying the podcast. Please subscribe to our channel at Sunvision. We're trying to get this into 1,000 subs, and please, let's get this like count up. That's what's up. Tell all your friends to come and watch Sunvision Podcast, episode 191. Thank you very much. Now look, so Blade is basically, as a vampire, as with his abilities, using it to, he's growing in scale. So as he got older, because he started getting trained since he was like 13. Around 13 is when he met Whistler. So you can imagine from when he was 13 to up in like 35, almost 40. And there's no real age count on Blade, because even though he's got vampirism, he ages like a human still, which is the weird part. He ages slower, but he still ages like a human. Like, he ages. So that's probably one of the things that gets on my nerves about Marvel. Like, dude, how haven't y'all shown this character's growth? They're too busy avenging us to death and trying to corny ass movies like with Captain Marvel. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Blade, his abilities, this guy is an incredible character. He's my favorite superhero without question by far. And yes, one of what my website is sanusvision.com. That's sanusvision.com. SANUSI vision.com. It should be in the stream because I put it in the chat. So you know what I'm saying? And also too, on my YouTube channel, you can get to it from my YouTube channel too as well. Sanusvision.com. If you love this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now, it's definitely available on my website. Long sleeve, short sleeve, bomber jackets, hoodies, beanies like I'm wearing right now. I'm all bladed out, y'all. Bladed out. I told you I'm a big Blade fan, so yo, that's his abilities right there. A guy who's born with vampirism but learns to use his abilities to better humanity, which kind of sucks because I just wanted him to straight destroy humanity. Humanity ain't worth it, you know what, sometimes, you know what I mean? But yo, that's Blade's abilities, combat skills, superhuman speed, superhuman strength. He's strong enough to lift a car. He's got enough lethal ability to go from building to building. Instantaneous healing factor. I think he can heal from bullet wounds, straight knife shots. What else? Man, you would have to do a lot to kill Blade. Cause if he got hurt, all he would have to do is basically regenerate overnight like a vampire. And that's pretty much it. So yo, that's Blade's powers and abilities, man. Next up are the comics. A lot of comics. Blade's first comic, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a history of this Joker. Cause Blade's comics, y'all give me a second. I gotta put a marker down. 31. So Blade comics, right, starts in 1973 is when we first saw him. Y'all give me a second because comic book. There we go. So give me a second, y'all. The first comic book. I'm gonna look for this Joker so that way I give y'all good information. Y'all give me a second. Let me see. 1973 is when he first debuted in the comics. You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I'm gonna look for it this way. Check this out. Let's see, Blade Comics. Y'all give me a second. Yep, first comic experience. There we go. So his first comic experience was in the Tomb of Dracula, number 10, 1973. So as a supporting character. So he was basically the counter of of Dracula. So that's why you saw Dracula in the third movie. A lot of y'all who don't know, like Dracula was in the third movie. If you've never seen Blade before. Yep. Yul Adamus, yeah, that's a good point right there. Yeah, those three superheroes, Blade, Batman, and Spawn, are probably the coolest heroes that don't get no shine. But look, the comic books came out. The first one was in 1973, right? And then subsequent comic books have come out since. Let's see, publication. Okay, so here we go. So Blade was introduced as a supporting character in Marvel Comics, The Tomb of Dracula, number 10, July 1973, written by Marv Wolfman and penciled by Gene Coleman, right? Who are the creators? And then the artist we called in 2003, Marv told me Blade was a black man, which is funny. We talked about how he should dress and how he should look very heroic looking. That was my input. These are the creators of Blade talking right now, and then Marv's idea. But I dressed him up. I put leather jacket on him, and so on. Coleman based the character's features on a composite of black actors, including NFL-starred actor Jim Brown. He initially spotted 1970s Afro hair and wielded tweak blade knives. Blade appeared in issues of number 10 through 21 with frequent appearances until number 61 in 1977. So Blade. Yes. Yul Adamus. Hell yeah, I seen that Supercell. That show was off the chain. Man, it was based in England. That show was so off the chain. This stream is about Sunvision Podcast. Peggy, who are just joining us, is my podcast. I go live every Friday or Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, heck yeah, Adamus, I've seen that. Adamus, I most definitely have seen Supercell. It was so cool. Hopefully you liked it too. Man, if you've never seen Supercell, y'all, go on Netflix, y'all. It's off the chain. All of y'all in the chat right now, thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing to our channel on Sunvision. We're trying to get this thing to 1,000 subs. So look, so now basically in the comics, now the next thing that comes up is outside of the tomb of Dracula, he fought the super science physical created vampire Morbius, the living vampire, in later series in the Adventure Into Fear, November number 24, October 1974, in a story written by Steve Gerber and penciled by Greg Russell. Blade's first solo came in Marvel's black and white horror comics magazine, Vampire Tales number 8. So in 1974 was when Blade finally got his first issue, Vampire Tales number 8. In an 11-page story by Wolfman and penciler, Marv Wolfman, who created him, and penciler inker Tony DeZunga. This feature continued in issue number 9, February 1975, with Wolfman and Chris Claremont's co-scripting. Sorry, I'm dyslexic a little bit. This story was concluded in page 56 in a 56-page story in a black and white showcase magazine, Marvel Preview number 3, September 1975, written by Claremont, with 2 chapters each drawn by Zinga and by Rico Rivell. This story was announced for Vampire Tales number 12, but was published here after the magazine was canceled. A 6-page backup story by Wolfman and Coleman followed Marvel Preview number 8 in 1976. So Blade's next. So Blade, as much as he should have been. Yep. How you doing, Mark Blair? Welcome to the chat. I'm talking about Blade. I'm focusing today's podcast about Blade, the greatest Marvel superhero, for all of y'all just joining us. I'm gonna continue talking about the comics right now. So Blade's next came into Blade's story. So Blade didn't get no like actual storyline to 1 year later. So it took an entire year from this to recognize this guy could actually be a forefront type of character of how do you say a featured character. And so Blade next came into prominence in 1990s, beginning with Ghost Rider number 28. And they still wasn't trying to pump him out, right? Ghost Rider number 28 comic book, August 1992, in the Midnight Suns imprint that included issues of Darkhold, pages from Book of Sins, Ghost Rider Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance, Midnight Suns, Unlimited, Morbius, Night Stalkers. Blade co-starred in the 18-issue series Night Stalkers and appeared with the team in a story in the anthology issue Midnight Suns until Untitled Unlimited number 1, 1993. He appeared in 2 solo stories in Midnight Suns Unlimited number 2 and number 7, July 1993, and then October 1994. So I guess after a while they kept on canceling Blade stuff, which made no sense. Yeah, it's true. So a lot of characters always start off as side characters, which is kind of horrible. But hey, it is what it is. But Blade, from jump, the comics, like they showed him, they kind of wasn't trying to give him his own solo thing. And then, of course, I'm gonna keep on going right quick for y'all. So following the cancellation of Night Stalkers, Blade debuted in their first color comic series, Blade Vampire Hunter number 1. Finally. So from 1973, it took him 20 years to put this dude finally where he needed to be. And then, of course, we know subsequent 4 years later, of course, the first Blade movie came out, right? But not before they made the corny-ass Punisher movie. And that movie sucked. Let me tell y'all, that Punisher movie was garbage. You know what I'm saying? But look, following cancellation of Night Stalkers, Blade debuted in his first color comic series, Blade Vampire Hunter number 1 through number 10, July 1994 through 1995. So there was 10 episodes, 10 issues, I guess, from number 1 to number 10, July 1994 to April 1995, written by Ian Eddington, with the last 2 issues by Terry Kavanagh, and penciled by Doug Wheatley. Blaze next appeared in a 12-page inventory story in issue number 1, February 1997, and a short-lived black and white anthology series, Marvel Shadows and Light. He starred again in 2 solo one-shots, Blade Crescent City Blues number 1, March 1998, by writer Christopher Golden and penciler and co-creator Colin. So somehow Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman were somehow always integrated in creating Blade-type stuff. Let me see here. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? And that's a nice little lung right there by Panther Games 643. That's good energy right there. So basically, Blade was growing. And then, of course, co-creator Blade Sins. And then, of course, Blade Sins of the Father number 1, October 1998 by writer Mark Adenkro and penciler Bart Sears. So Marvel's next announced a 6-issue miniseries, Blade storyline, Blade Blood Allies, by writer Don McGregor and penciler Brian Egan. But only issues number 1 through 3, November 1998 to January 1999 were published. Marvel published a different 6-issue miniseries later that year, Blade Vampire Hunter, Storylines Chaos, December 1999 to May 2000. Written and an excerpt that last 2 issues, penciled by Bart Sears. So like Blade was up and down with the comics, man. It's like they wanted to give this guy love but show him no love. Marvel couldn't decide what the hell they wanted to do with this guy, which makes no dang sense. And then there's more comic stuff like that, but like I said, and then another thing too is the next ongoing series was Blade Vampire #2 by writer Christopher Hintz and artist Steve Pugh. Ran 6 issues, published by Marvel Max. In 2002, Blade #3 by writer Mark Guggenheim and penciler Howard Chaykin ran 12 issues September 2006 to 2007. And then the final 2 pages, last issue, were drawn by co-creator Colin. And then Blade also started in like promotional series in like 1999. So somehow Blade had the #1 character, and somehow they kept on trying to make him like a subsidiary. Makes no dang sense, but hey, that's Blade known for doing dumb stuff like that too. So, and then Blade joined the cast of Captain Britain and MI1 in 13, beginning issue #5 in 2008. And there's really been no comics. They tried to put out a comic series in 2015. It was announced by Team Sealer and Logan Fiba would be launching a new Blade series starring October 2015 as part of Marvel's post-Secret Wars relaunch, focusing on his and his daughter Fallon Gray. However, the title has since been abandoned in favor of Bloodline daughter Blade, following his son and Saffron Color's daughter. I mean, Blade is just like, yo, Marvel's just backwards with this character right here. They can't go forward to save their life. You know what I'm saying? And even still, right now, as we're talking, the movie Blade that was supposed to come out next year ain't gonna come out next year anymore. Now, the one was supposed to come out with Masha Ali, because now it was only logical that you put Blade, Wesley Snipes in the new Deadpool movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, which was pretty sick. So yo, that's Blade's comics books, man. He's been up and down seesaw with the Blade series. So next up is the animation Blade. A lot of y'all, Blade's first, from what I remember from animation, right? The first time I saw Blade in any animation was in the 1995 Spider-Man series. Was when I first saw Blade as a guest star. Gil Music, why you keep posting yourself? Nobody wants to read Legends, Soju, Musu, Wala. What are you talking about? Some of y'all just like posting random stuff. You're gonna make me hit the block button. Makes sense when you post. Tell you what, find somewhere else to be. I'm gonna go ahead and get you off my chat. Thank you very much. Deuces. See that? Find somewhere else to promote yourself. Seriously? Thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for joining the live stream podcast today. Episode number 191. Talking about Blade Vampire Hunter, the greatest Marvel superhero as far as I'm concerned. Thank you all for all y'all watching right now. Please subscribe to our channel. Please make sure you set up your notifications so whenever I've got episodes or whenever I got videos, you will be there for sure. D Nice, thank you for being on the chat. Thank you for joining the stream. So look, y'all. Now animations, like I said, the first time I saw Blade was in 1995. Was this Spider-Man animated series from 1995. I'm actually going to show y'all the Blade animation I'm going to talk about next. And then, of course, it was guest on like it was a guest on one episode. Then they brought him back on a 5-series episode where Blade was where Blade was helping Spider-Man defeat the vampire hunters with Black Cat and Detective Terry Lee and also Morbius with Abraham Whistler, of course. Yeah, Yoel Adamas, yeah, that show for sure is off the chain. That show is, oh my God. Let me see. Yoel Adamas, are you talking about me? My characters? Is that what you're talking about? I appreciate the potential, but yeah, I already know I'm gonna do big things. Yeah, see, you're a moron. Whatever your name is, Caesar, whatever, you're a moron. I can tell you're a dumb idiot. You probably live in your mama's basement. Go stop at CVS and get you some Vaseline, loser. Now, see, I enjoy saying that to people like that because they're losers. They're just bums who have nothing better to do than to troll other people. Take your negativity somewhere else. Don't nobody want to see that. Now look, back to the animation. So that's the first time I saw Blade, right? And so when I saw Blade, this one, I'm going to show y'all this thing on my YouTube. I'm going to show you this video. One of the best animation series I've ever seen came out in 2012. That's when I saw Blade finally got his own animation series. Because after he guest starred on the on the Spider-Man animation series, he finally got a chance to get his own. So y'all give me a second, I'm gonna pull this up real quick. I'm gonna show y'all this thing right here so I can break it down. Because the animations, aside from that, Blade had no animation. I think it was like in Japan, It was made in Japan, Japanese-based type animation. So I have the whole series, 12 episodes. You can find it on. You can't get it on Disney Plus. If you want to buy, you probably have to find it on Apple TV or something. And so before I get into showing it to y'all, the Blade, he was in 5 episodes of Spider-Man. Single episode he guest starred. Then once he guest starred, because the first time I saw Blade in an animation was when he guest starred on Spider-Man animated series. 2 episodes trying to fight his mother, who had become the mother of all vampires. So he defeats her, or when she gets away. Then it comes around again when he has to hunt Morbius with Whistler, and then with, of course, the Black Cat, Terry Lee the cop, and then of course who else? Abraham Whistler, of course, and then of course Morbius. Yeah, yes, I do. Yo, hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right. Yes, I meant that anime, the one in 2012. I'm about to show you right now. That's what I'm about to show y'all right now. So the Blade anime series, and then it was in 2012. Finally. So I want y'all to get this. Since 1973, Marvel starts to use their brain and decides, oh, let's finally give this brother an animation series in 2012. How do you spend, let's get this straight, 84, 94, 84, 94, 2004, 2014. So you took you 40 years to give this girl an animation series? For real? That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's some of the dumb stuff Marvel does. But you know what? It's all good. Because I'm going to celebrate Marvel on my channel. I'm going to celebrate Blade on my channel. He's the greatest Marvel superhero, period. Now, let me show y'all this animation right here, y'all. Because I got to show y'all this animation. Oh, I'm over here forgetting my timestamps. Dang. My bad, y'all. I think that's where we at. So, look. Let's show y'all this Blade animation intro right here. Y'all give me a second. My bad. Dang, I was trying to start this thing for y'all. I want to make sure y'all can hear it good. I'm showing it to y'all through my iPad. So y'all gonna like this. If you've never seen Blade animation series, please. I know you can't YouTube it, because I already tried. So you're gonna have to buy it. That's the only way to watch Blade. That's the only way, y'all. That's the only way y'all are gonna watch it. So look, check this out, y'all. I'm about to show y'all Blade, the animation series intro. Y'all gonna love this. Ooh, y'all gonna love this. Then I'm gonna also show you the Then I'm also gonna show y'all the TV show. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make it easy for y'all. Yep, that's Blade right there, y'all. So look, that's Blade the anime series. Yes, you are right, Jonah Robinson. Blade made Marvel the most relevant company something in terms of like recognition. Because prior to that, Marvel wasn't doing jack squat. They were on the verge of bankruptcy. You've seen the story. I don't know if a lot of y'all, I don't know if you've ever seen the story, but Marvel wasn't really doing anything till Blade came through. Till Wesley Snipes dropped that movie, the 1998 movie. That movie single-handedly, there should be a 90-foot statue of Blade in front of Marvel. But what do they got instead? Captain America, Iron Man, the usual white guys. Like, yo, that's corny. For once, pay homage to the one who built something. So, yo, Jonah Robinson, you damn right. Marvel's the only reason why, Blade is the only reason why Marvel's standing today. And so, yeah, that animation right there, y'all, I just showed y'all. Y'all gotta go watch it, man. I promise you. You're gonna love it. 12 awesome episodes. Now, the episodes focuses on Blade in his travels through Japan. Most of the entire series focuses on him being in Japan. Him being in not just Japan, but all of Asia. Southeast Asia, which means the Philippines, Luzon, Philippines, Japan. Thank you for all y'all for joining the chat. I see we got more people up in here. And so this series, man, this animation was done well. The animation style was straight Japanese. And y'all know, Japanese can't nothing mess with the Japanese style animation, man. You know what I mean? On point. He goes from when he in the beginning, the first episodes. I can't tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all little snippets. But when he joins the episodes, it's all about figuring out finding Deacon Frost. He meets Deacon Frost in the first episode. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. And then he goes through an array of vampires that Deacon Frost literally puts in front of Blade to try to stop him. Yes, sir. Yoel Adams, you already know. A lot of people that if you've never seen this Blade animation series, please go see it. It is one of the coolest animations. The fact that it only went for one season was kind of disgusting. One lousy season. But that's the problem with Marvel. Where they should put money, they don't put money. Instead, they put money on stupid movies like the Marvels. That was a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. Anybody who watched that movie knows that movie was straight garbage. All this time you were spending all this money on these stupid movies. You could have been spending on Blade. Kept that thing going. But no, let's not do that. Let's not give Blade a comic series. Let's not give Blade an animation series. Let's just keep boring us to death with corny stuff. So I love many superheroes in Marvel, but none touches Blade for me. You know what I mean? I love Iron Man too. But Blade is that dude. He's the foundation of Marvel. So the animation, man, if you've never seen it, please go watch it. It's one of the most amazing cartoons you've ever seen. If you love Japanese style animation, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. Now, next up is and that's the animations right there. There's not really been too much animation for Blade, which is sad, but unfortunately that's where we're at because Marvel's done a terrible job of just promoting the character, of putting the character in front. They barely want to make a movie now. We haven't seen anything since, I guess it was made in 2005. When's the last Blade movie? Blade Trinity? So that's terrible, man. So yo, that's where we're at with the animations. Next up is TV shows. That's right, TV shows. A lot of y'all, if you've never seen the TV shows, Blade TV shows with sticky fingers, please go see it. It used to come on this channel called Spike TV. I don't know if y'all remember Spike TV. That's where they show, what's that TV show? Wake the Dead. I think it's Wake the Dead. I don't watch it, but I think it's called Wake the Dead. Blade Spike. I'm gonna look for it for y'all so y'all can see it. Blade TV show is probably one of the best. It was one season with sticky fingers. Blade TV series, one season with sticky fingers. Man, I fell in love with that TV show. Like the minute I saw one episode, I said, this show is super sick. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What? Yo, like when I saw the TV show, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Let me see. I've seen some fan stuff on YouTube, but Yodel Adams, but I didn't like him, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't stand when something gets half done. You feel me? And thank you for all these likes right here. Let's get these likes up, man. Thank you very much. Please, all of y'all watching right now, please subscribe to the channel at Sunvision. Welcome to the Sunvision Podcast, episode number 191, Blade Vampire Hunter, the greatest Blade Marvel superhero ever. So thank you for joining us. Look, let me show y'all the Blade TV series. Blade TV series. I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna tell y'all the synopsis of the Blade TV series. Actually, the Blade TV series came out in 2000. Y'all give me a second. Blade TV series. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna get to work on this. Blade TV series. Yes. All right. So Blade TV series, starring Sticky Fingers. Totally an awesome TV show. It went from. Give me a second, y'all. So it was created by David S. Goyer, who was also the writer of the first Blade movie. So there was a lot of continuation there. The first episode aired in June 28, 2006. So yo, that's a good minute back. Starring Sticky Fingers as Blade, and then it had Jessica Goa as Chase, Jill Wagner as Christy Starr, who was a military lady who joined the military, came back to Detroit. Neil Jackson as Marcus Ryan Scaver. Nelson Lee as Shang, who was his weapons developer, and then P. Ling Johnson as Lisa Starr, who played Christie's mother. The Blade TV series was this TV series was so sick. Y'all, I gotta give y'all a breakdown. So look, the Blade TV series was created by David S. Goyer on Spike TV, based on Marvel's character, of course, Blade. Continuing on, like picking up from where Neil Nye Cinema left off at, it starts Sticky Fingers, who's a rapper, as y'all know, Kirk Sticky Fingers Jones, if y'all don't know him. He's part of the rap group called Onyx from back in the 1990s. There was a sick rap group. They were so sick. They were so sick. What are you talking about? Watch your language. I don't cuss on my show. Man, get off my platform, man. Get out of here. This dude over here, get out somewhere. Some of y'all need to find something better to do. Seriously? Really? Find something better to do, man. Seriously, go find somewhere else, something better to do. Get off my platform. Get a life. You know what I'm saying? Look, so check it, right? Blade. Sticky Fingers, starring Sticky Fingers. One of the coolest TV shows you've ever seen. If you've never seen it, you might be able to YouTube it. Check it out on YouTube. The series premiered on June 28, 2006 and aired for one season, concluding on September 13, 2006. I always thought there was going to be a season 2 from the way they ended it, but apparently not. The show, it received mixed reviews from critics. I generally don't care what critics think. I don't let critics decide what I watch. I decide what I watch. You know what I'm saying? My whole goal is to watch what I like watching. I'm not going to let you tell me what to watch. I let my own eyes decide what I like. And of course, because this TV series came around, I guess because they had the absence of Wesley Snipes. But of course you got an absence, because you ain't got nobody starring it. So the TV show, the plot of the whole series basically was like, Blade joins forces with this military girl, Christy Starr, who finds out that her twin brother was murdered by the vampires. Basically, Marcus Van Sciver, who was the leader of the vampires in that Detroit area. Basically, it was a bunch of aristocratic vampires living in Detroit, and Blade decides, with the forces he joined with Christy Starr, Shane, of course, and various other people in the network of the Blade vampirism nest. They come to fight. Marcus Van Sciver was a vampire. So I'm gonna read it to y'all like this. Soldier Christy Starr returns from the military service in Iraq to learn that her twin brother Zach has died in mysterious circumstances. Her investigation reveals Zach had been a human who serves as a vampire in the hope of eventually becoming rewarded with eternal life. Christy leads to a Marcus Van Sciver, Zach's killer, and Blade vampire hunter. Marcus is a powerful vampire hunter, high-ranking member of the House of Cawthon, who Blade is fighting. So Blade is fighting all these crazy vampires, trying to defeat them. And the main villains against Blade was the House of Cawthon, a group of vampires, very aristocratic, rich vampires who own everything in Detroit, literally. Pretty much everything in America. Pretty much. And smitten with Krista, so vampire, Marcus and Krista form a relationship, but at the same time, Krista is approached by Blade, and he injects her with vampire serum to control her because now she's a vampire, and he wants her to work with him undercover style, where she's keeping an eye on Marcus Van Sciver. So as the show goes, she's working undercover with Blade against Marcus Van Sciver and the entire House of Cawthon to defeat them. So Blade reveals to Christy that yes, Zach was working for me, helping me to defeat the vampires. And so as the season goes, it goes one season. I think one of the reasons why Blade didn't do so well as a TV show was that Marvel did a terrible job of promoting it. They basically were saying, well, we've already made a movie, let's just make a TV show, and anybody who watches. Like, dude, how you do a TV show like that? Better yet, how you do a great character like that? That's always been the problem with Marvel. They like spending money in the wrong place. You think Blade would... I don't know what that what you're talking about, but anyway. So that's Blade's, the TV show. I think honestly the show could have been a lot better if Marvel would have spent more money on promotion. A lot of times a show doesn't do well because it doesn't get promoted. Yeah, Marvel and Disney are the same thing, yes, but it just not Disney wasn't part of what Marvel was doing when they created the Blade TV series. But I think if you actually ask anybody who actually watched that TV show, it was a great TV show. Like, it was so good. Like, I liked it a lot. 13 episodes, one season. It was just like really, I thought it could have had 3 seasons, at least 3 seasons. But when you have a company like Marvel over there with Dick and Duncan not really doing what they're supposed to be doing, you get mixed results. But for me, I love the TV show. I thought Sticky Fingers did an amazing job as Blade. Like, I'm like, yo, you may not be Wesley Snipes, but damn it, you weren't too bad either. I love the TV show. And look, I'm gonna break it down for y'all for the TV show. The titles of the 13 episodes, I'm gonna give you the name of each episode. So episode 1 was called Blade, House of Cawthon, which was 2-part episode. The first 2 episodes was called House of Cawthon. Episode 3 was called Death Goes On. Episode 3, Descendant. Episode 5, Bloodlines. Episode 6, Evil Within. Episode 7, Delivery, which was basically about a woman who was carrying like this, yes, I said Sticky Fingers. Yes, Sticky Fingers, the rapper, the great rapper from the rap group Onyx from the 1990s. That's right. That's Sticky Fingers. Yeah, he can act. It was such a good TV show. Sacrifice, Delivery was about this girl carrying a vampire blood in her system. Yes, I said Onyx. That's right, Onyx of the 1990s rap group. And then of course she was carrying, like I was saying, Delivery episode number 7 was about this girl carrying the incubation of a vampire. Then of course 8, Sacrifice. 9, episode 9 was called Turn Off the Screw. Number 10 was Angels and Demons. Was about this vampire from the back in the past who decided to come to the present to come and fight, to come and devour human beings. 11 was Hunters. Number 12 was Monsters. And then, of course, episode number 13 was called Conclave. A lot of the writers were still the same people. David S. Goyer himself. Let me see who else. You had, let me see, other writers. Golf Johns, Adam Targon. But the show was really, really good. Like I said, it starred Kirk Sticky Fingers Jones as Blade. He did a fantastic job. I thought it was amazing. I loved the show. I thought it should have went longer than 1 season. And also, of course, it was based on Blade, the original series by Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman, who created Blade, the original character. But then it was developed by David S. Goyer, who's a writer. So that's where it was at, man. That was the Blade TV show right there. So that's the TV show. If you've never seen it, please try to watch it on YouTube. You might be able to find something. I highly doubt it, but you can try. So, yo, that's Blade TV show. Next up is the movies. Yes, the Blade movies. Let's finally be getting around to the Blade movies starring Wesley Snipes. Man, so Blade TV's movies. Blade, right? The movie. Let me get back to this. Let me go back to where I was. Blade, the movies. Give me a second. Blade movies. Blade movie. Starring Wesley Snipes. So the first Blade movie came out in 1998. It was starring Wesley Snipes, of course, as Blade. Chris Christophernoff, rest in peace, was Abraham Whistler. Stephen Dorff was Deacon Frost. Sanaa Lathan was Vanessa, who was Blade's mother. Dawn Logue was Quinn. Nasby Wright was Dr. Karen Jessen. So now let me break out the synopsis of that Blade movie, man. Half mortal, half immortal, is out of the avenge his mother's death and rid the world of vampires. The modern day technological advanced vampires he is going after are in search of special blood type needed to summon an evil god who plays a role in their plan to execute the human race. So the first Blade movie came out in 1998. At this junction, Blade. Yo, find somewhere else to go violent, bro. Get off my platform. You're an idiot. You're a freaking idiot. Some idiot talking about shooting people. You're a moron. So look, check it out, man. So it starts. Blade movie started. This first Blade movie came out in 1998, August 19th, 1998. Starring Wesley Snipes. Of course, it was directed by Stephen Norrington. Creator, of course, the character was created by Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman. At this junction, Wesley Snipes was a superstar. So it only made sense to let Wesley Snipes play Blade. And when I say this movie was sick, this movie was so sick, so sick. Y'all don't understand how sick this movie was. Like, it was so good that Marvel at that time was broke joke. So the box office hit at that time was 132 million. That's how much the movie made. In today's grossing time, that movie would have came out making 500 million. That's the equivalency. Like, Blade saved Marvel, because at that junction, Marvel was not doing very well. They were on the verge of filing for bankruptcy, from what I understand. Y'all give me a second, y'all. Excuse me, I have to blow the nose. I'm like over here like, sorry y'all, but I have to blow my nose. Yeah, y'all items, I'm gonna get to that, man. Items, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna definitely get to that. So what made Blade the perfect, give me a second, y'all. Oh yeah. Oh. All right, y'all, give me a second. I'll be right back. Let me tell you, the winners are coming. So look, what made Blade the best person for this job was what made Blade the best person for this job, seriously, was the fact that he had the most acrobatic skills, he had the fighting skills, he had the acrobatics, he had the martial arts training, he had the I will. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. Man, that cold is kicking butt, man. But I still ain't giving up on my show. I'm here recording every time I need to record. You know I don't play. Consistency is the air of dreams, baby. And thank you all for all of y'all who's watching the live stream right now. Thank you all for joining the chat. So look, so basically Blade, Wesley Snipes becomes Blade, and he's perfect for it. He's got martial arts training of all different disciplines. He's a master of various types of martial arts disciplines. He's also a great actor. So now you got both. You got somebody who's got martial arts discipline, plus they're a great actor. So now the first movie drops, Blade #1 drops in 1998. The best, my favorite superhero movie of all time. I've seen Blade too many times. I can't even count how many times I've seen Blade. I see it every year. Every year I see it, and every year I don't get to see more movies. I'm just realizing, what is Marvel doing? Thank you, Sherry, again, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you, Sherry. My big sis over there, Sherry, letting me know I feel better. I'm good. I'm feeling better. But I was not gonna not do the show today, man. I felt the energy, felt the juice. I was like, I'm doing my podcast, man. I don't miss. Consistency, the L of dreams. And so when Blade drops this Blade movie saves Marvel. Literally saves Marvel. Because prior to this movie, Marvel was doing like this. Because that Punisher movie they put out first was straight garbage. And then they decided, let's do something real smart. And guess who comes to save the day? A brother, of course. Blade. A lot of people don't realize this, but without Blade, there would be no Marvel today. Literal trash. You are trash. That's why I'm blocking you. See? Now, all of y'all joining the chat, thank you for joining. Welcome to the Sunvision Podcast, episode number 191, Blade, Vampire Hunter. Yes, I'm talking about Blade, the greatest Marvel superhero ever. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Blade was probably the greatest superhero you've ever seen. And please, all of y'all in the chat right now, please please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs, y'all. 1,000 subs. Literal Trash, that's an awesome name. I appreciate you too. Thank you for not being negative. Now check it out. Look, so we welcome to I'm talking about Blade, the Blade movies, because right now the podcast show I've been talking about is animation, origins, history, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much for loving the artwork. Big Irish. Check out the website sunvision.com, y'all, for all the cool artwork. And also too, you can get to it from my YouTube channel. So please subscribe to my channel right now. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, y'all. Thank you very much for joining the podcast. Thank you very much. So look, y'all, the Blade movies, like I said, Blade 1, and then came Blade 2. Blade 2 came in 2002. And depends on who you ask. Some people might tell you that Blade 1 was better than Blade 2, or Blade 2 was better than Blade 1. To me, it's a win-win. But for me, I take Blade 1 because without Blade 1, there would be no Blade 2. And also, 2, there would be no, yes, I'm talking about Wesley Snipes, the Blade movies. There would be no Blade, there would be no Blade 2. Blade 1 was like the best. It started everything you saw with X-Men, Avengers, Captain Marvel, all these superhero movies you've seen from Marvel, all because of Blade, the Wesley Snipes movie. Without Blade, there would be no movie. And let's give Wesley Snipes his props, because I'm so tired of Marvel trying to take a dump on this guy. They finally decided to have some decency and courage and backbone and finally put him in this Deadpool movie. You should have been done that. You should have been had him have his own movies. Yo, the man fought for breakfast. He didn't kill anybody. Give me a break, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, I remember the first scene in the Blade movie, which I'm going to show y'all some scenes from the Blade movie for a lot of y'all haven't seen it. Look, let me show you some scenes, y'all. Y'all are about to trip out what I'm about to show y'all right now. Oh, before I do that, I totally forgot. The Blade TV show. I got to show y'all this right here. Blade TV show. I knew I forgot something, y'all. My bad. Check this out, y'all. The Blade TV series. Y'all give me a second. Let me see. Give me a second. Nighttime is no place for the living. Y'all give me a second. Watch this. Y'all gonna trip out about this. The Blade TV series. Nighttime is no place for the living.
Communists nocturni?
Vampires. This is Vampire Age.
Yep, that's the Blade TV series right there. Y'all should go see it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna show you the Blade movies, right? Now this one, loser, I gotta block you real quick. Tombish 80s, you're a loser. Find somewhere else to be, man. Don't nobody want you on the chat. Hey, look, can we get these likes up, man? Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? And let me see here. Sticky 3 Shoes, you're a moron. Boy, some of y'all are just losers. Wesley Snipes got screwed over by Marvel. They wanted to screw him over. Yola Adams, you make a good point there. The movies, man, there's no denying, like, I don't care what Marvel does, they can't deny that Blade is not the reason why they are. Casho, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everybody, thank you for anybody, thank you for all of y'all joining the chat right now. We're talking about Blade. This is the Sound Vision Podcast episode number 191. I'm talking about Blade, the greatest Marvel superhero of all time, period. In fact, Blade spawned all these movies that we're watching. Like, whether it's DC or whatever you want to think about it, Blade's the one who did it. So thank y'all for getting the likes up. Thank you for all y'all joining the chat. If you please subscribe to our channel at Sound Vision, you know what I'm saying? And please check out the website, soundvision.com, because I got amazing products on there, which I'm going to talk about later on in the show. But now, let's talk about Blade movies. And I'll talk about the movies. Now, let me show y'all some scenes. I'm going to show y'all 2 scenes. The intro club scene that we've been talking about. Then, of course, the end scene where he fights Deacon Frost. It's going down, y'all. It's going down, y'all. This is probably the sickest scene, one of the sickest intro movie scenes you've ever seen in your life. If you've never seen Blade, please go watch it. Please go watch it. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, whatever you gotta do. Go watch it, man. It's the sickest movie you ever seen. Up to 1,000. Yep, they sure did. Yo, Adamus, they sure did. Everybody got their ideas from Blade. Man, everybody was just jacking ideas from this movie. Man, this thing is triumphant, y'all. Real talk. Now, this is another scene. Y'all give me a second. Now, this is the final battle scene between... What y'all are going to see next is the final battle scene between Blade and Deacon Frost. The movie. Check this out, y'all. It's grown exponentially, man. Hey, man, John Davis, but that's the Blade movies. Because I've been on Blade for the last 20 minutes. And it's the truth. Blade is probably one of the greatest, it's the greatest superhero movie. It's the reason why Blade stands, the reason why Marvel stands today. Wesley Snipes is back. He was in the Deadpool movie, for y'all asking. But he's grown forward. Without Wesley Snipes, there would be no Marvel, man. Without the Blade movie, the first one especially, there'd be no Marvel. I don't care what Marvel says. They need to pay homage to Wesley Snipes and put a 90-foot statue of what he looked like in Blade 1 in front of that building. I'm so sick of, yeah, he was in the new Deadpool movie, yes, and he looked fantastic. So all the more reason why Wesley Snipes needs to come back as Blade. What they waiting for? Thank you all for joining the chat right now. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the subscribers up. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, y'all. Welcome to the Sound Vision Podcast, episode number 191. Blade the Vampire Hunter. I love me some Blade. He is, without question, the greatest Marvel superhero, period. I can't put nobody over him. Heck no. There's no way. And look, while I'm talking about one more Blade, I got to show y'all this right here. And then we'll talk about my final thoughts. Let's see here. Blade 2. Let's see if we can find Blade 2. Blade 2 movie. Hopefully I can find something, y'all. You can always find something on YouTube, but sometimes you can't find nothing. Let's see here. Ooh, opening scene. Let's see. Hey, I'm gonna show y'all this scene from Blade the official trailer. So I'm saying, look, check this out, y'all. Oh, y'all gonna trip when y'all see this. I found something in HD too. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Always these commercials on YouTube, man. So check this out, y'all. Give me a second. I'm about to show y'all this Blade. This from back in the day, y'all. What do you call that thing? The promotional video. Give me a second, y'all. This is Blade 2, y'all. Blade 2. Blade 2, y'all. Whoa, you have the original Vampire Buster John Davis? Man, you that dude. Man, you that person. Thank you all for joining the chat. Thank you all for joining this podcast episode. You know what I'm saying? These are definitely been an amazing episode talking about this. I love me some Blade. Man, this movie was so sick, y'all. I got both movies. I didn't get the third one because the third one was garbage. I'm gonna pretend like they didn't make the third one, but I'm still gonna talk about it.
They want to meet with you. You're sure about this? They'll take us in deeper than we've ever been.
Now, those he has sworn to kill need his help to fight a new breed of.
What are y'all talking about? They always trying to arrest that man. They always got something. They just got to throw him in the garbage all the time. Just leave the brother alone, man.
Let me get this right. You want me to hunt them for you? Oh, so exciting. 5, 4, 3.
I'm sorry, but Ryan Reynolds was not that good in Blade 3 either. His role kind of sucked. I'm sorry, that movie was trash. Heck no. There was nothing good about Blade 3. The only thing good about Blade 3 was when Blade came out the building and he landed on the ground and said, I forgot my sword. Y'all remember that scene? Yeah, that's the only thing I liked about that movie. That's it. Everything else was like, what the hell? Jessica Biel sucked in it? The movie was trash. It was bad, man. It was so bad. No, Ryan Reynolds is not overrated. Blade 3 was horrible. Ryan Reynolds is gangster. That dude be making some good movies. Yeah, Blade 3, you all Adamus, you were right. It wasn't a full movie. It was a hot mess. It really was. So, yo, it was a hot mess. Let me see if I can find anything on Blade 3, y'all. And then we're going to move on to my final thoughts, and then we're going to get up out of here, man. Let me see, Blade 3. Blade 3 movie. Y'all give me a second. I'm getting my YouTube on. This is how I do it. Let's see, Blade 3, Blade 3. Oh, yeah, I found something, y'all. I found something. Okay. They working with something. Blade 3, Trinity. Even though it wasn't that good, I still got to show it to y'all. It was just a very badly directed movie and badly written movie. That's why it was bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about Blade. Y'all give me a second, y'all. I'm going to set this thing up for y'all. Y'all can see what's up. All right, this is Blade 3, y'all. It's called Blade 3 Trinity. Blade Trinity, excuse me.
First, he faced their gods. Then he battled their demons. But all that was only the beginning.
He's come back.
Empire final solution.
You can't win this war alone.
Who the hell are you people?
My father meant for us to help you.
Yeah, see, Marvel's full of crap. That's just the truth. You're the Adamus. They full of crap. They just full of hot air, man. They ruined the Blade series on purpose. If not for this bad movie, Blade would have had the best trilogy movies ever. Now that title goes to Captain America. You know what I'm saying? That Captain Ricardo Gonzalez. Go screw yourself. You're a loser. Only you small-minded peons think that you can talk about my teeth and that's gonna hurt me. I'm still better looking than you. I pull more women than you do. Talking about my teeth. Y'all some losers. You think that's gonna stop anything? Really? You think I got almost 700 subscribers because of my teeth? You're a moron. It's because I got talent, you bunch of bums.
You're gonna be our bell cow back. You're gonna be our.
So yo, that's oh man, look at the football, man. So now back to anyway what I was talking about. So that's the movies right there, y'all. The 3 movies. The first 2 were great. The third one was a joke. But hey, we just leave it on. But as far as the movies, as far as like Blade, man, Blade is the oh my god, those Blade movies were sick as hell. Without Blade, there is no Marvel today. Without Blade, without Wesley Snipes taking on that role, having his own company, build it, Imaginary Forces, which was the name of Wesley Snipes' company, Imaginary Forces. He saved Marvel. So they need to have the decency and the backbone to let the Blade saga and the series continue. Let's get more Blade movies. The only person that can play Blade is Wesley Snipes. There is no other actor I want to see playing it. I don't want to see Marshall Ali. I don't want to see Brian. I don't want to see anybody else play Blade. Nobody else. Yeah, JB, find somewhere else to go be, you bum. You're an idiot. So how come we always get these bums on the platforms? Find somewhere else to go be. I'm telling you, without Blade, there is no Marvel. None. We want Wesley Snipes back. Don't nobody want to see nobody else. We don't care who you like, Marvel. We don't care what you like. If you ain't popping Blade, we ain't trying to hear it. If it ain't Wesley Snipes, we're not trying to see it. We proved that to you when we watched Deadpool and Wolverine. We loved the fact that Wesley Snipes came here and said, man, some mofos are still trying to ice skate uphill. Y'all feel me? So, yo, that's where it's at, man. The Blade movies were amazing, man. So, yo, that's Blade for you today. You know, this is my final thoughts before I talk about some of the products that I'm going to sell that I have on my website. Blade, I talked about the origins, how he got bit by Deacon Frost. Then the bloodline Deacon Frost's blood got put into his mother's bloodstream, which in turn went to Blade. Then the history of blood, him meeting Abraham Whistler, him getting training, him becoming a weaponsman, him mastering karate, the different martial arts disciplines. Then, of course, his powers and abilities, superhuman strength, vision, speed, fighting abilities, master swordsman, master of all kinds of martial arts disciplines. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, the comics, getting introduced in 1973 as a comic into the comics, and him eventually getting his own comic series in 1994. Animation, the first animation finally coming in 2012, but he didn't show up in the animation till Spider-Man, the animated series in 1995. Hey, Khalid, go find somewhere else to do something else and go find some Vaseline, you loser. Y'all think that's gonna bother me? So you know what I'm saying? So that's the animation. Of course, then the TV show, of course, with Sticky Fingers. That was such a great TV show. Thank you all for joining the chat. Welcome to the Sun Vision Podcast. Although I'm nearing the end, this is about Sun Vision Podcast episode 191, Blade Vampire Hunter. My podcast centers around superheroes that I like a lot. Focuses on my main superheroes, my characters, cardiac assassins. But today I wanted to talk about Blade, one of the greatest superhero in Marvel history. I don't care what anybody says. And then as far as superheroes, Blade is man, that's not, you know what, screw it. Blade is number one to me. I can't put anybody else over Blade because I know everybody wants to say Batman. Is either Batman or Blade for the greatest superhero of all time. That's who I think is the greatest superhero. Wolverine lost his touch. Wolverine, he been sticking up the joint. I'm gonna talk about Spawn down the line. Spawn is down the line, not today, but Spawn is down the line. But Blade is the greatest superhero of all time. The movies, the TV shows, all this amazing stuff. So yo, that's Blade for today. You know, one of the things that makes Blade a what's the word I'm looking for here? An amazing character is the fact that it was created out of necessity because there was not any diversity in Marvel, and so they needed to create a superhero, but they couldn't just create a superhero that was like stereotypical. It's total bull jive. They had to create a superhero that was actually on point, and so in 1973 Blade was created. So Wesley Snipes was the only person that could have played Blade in the movies. So what I would like to see is Blade. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot because I forgot to tell y'all this. The animated series, Blade, the animated series in 2012 was starring this actor. His name was give me a second, y'all. I gotta find his name. Let me see, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. It was starring. Oh no, I'm not trying to play it. I'm trying to get the actor. Let's see here. Y'all give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna find it right now. The actor that played Blade the animated series actor. I believe his name. There we go. So the actor that played Blade in the animated series was Harold Perrineau. He starred Blade, and of course, other actors that were included that played Makoto was Kim My-Guess. Grant George was in it. Trevor Baker was Noah Van Helsing. J.B. Blanche was Deacon Frost. Kat Pulga was Matthias. And then, of course, Tatsumoi Eshibi was Deacon Frost. So I guess there was two Deacon Frost. But yeah, but that's Blade right there. One of the greatest. He's top two superheroes for me of all time, without question. Yeah, so Blade is the greatest superhero. So yo, that's our show for today. I want to thank you for listening. Now, before I get up out of here, I always like to talk about the cool products we have. And look, just to pay homage, for all of y'all who are fans of Blade, if you want a poster, this is available on my website right now, on sunvision.com. Sunvision.com. Get you a poster, Blade, put it up on your wall. I got it in multiple sizes. 11 by 17, my hand right here, but you can get it in 24 by 36, 13 by 19, 24 by 36, even canvas print too. Then of course I got the classic blade right here. So all this is available on my website, sunvision.com. Visit the website, get your poster buying on, and get you a blade poster available on sunvision.com. Now also too, since we're paying homage to Blade, guess what I got here? A Blade custom t-shirt that I made. Yes, as you know, I make t-shirts, but this t-shirt is off the chain. Check out the Blade custom t-shirt. That's right. Now check out the front, and let's look at the back. That's right. We doing big things over here at Sound Vision, man. Custom apparel, Blade t-shirt. Look at this thing. 360, never gonna fade, custom design, available on soundvision.com. Blade. This guy right here, you gotta get you a t-shirt. It's available also too. Yes, I made the t-shirt myself, Andrew Jackson. This is what I do. You see the apparel on me? You see the long sleeve t-shirt I'm wearing? This is a Blade long sleeve tee. You see it? You know what I'm saying? So Blade t-shirt available on soundvision.com. Get you a copy. Get you a play. Yes, I may be a character, but I'm not talking about my characters today. I'm talking about Blade today. So yo, Blade t-shirt available. Now my Blade character, this drawing that I've drawn. Yes, I drew this drawing. The one that you're looking at right here. This Blade. I drew it. It's available for t-shirts, bomber jackets, hoodies. Yes, I made a Blade t-shirt. That's right, I did. I sure did. I love me some Blade. Today's podcast. Welcome to the podcast, y'all. Thank you for joining the show. Master Mazzorono, thank you. Thank you very much. Cool to see. Thank you very much. Make sure you go to subscribe to our channel, y'all. We're trying to get this to 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs, y'all. 1,000 subs, y'all. Yes, 1,000 subs, y'all. So Blade t-shirt available. I got Blade in t-shirts, hoodies, bomber jackets, sneakers. What I'm about to show y'all. High tops, low tops, phone cases, any water bottles. I'm a big Blade fan. I mean, if it wasn't for my characters, the original characters that I created myself, Carjacks and Assassins, Blade would be the only character I'd ever talk about. But I love me some Blade. So Blade t-shirts. Look, another thing I got to show y'all. Y'all gonna trip out when y'all see this. This is the Blade Batas right here. These are Batas. Now, when I first started the Batas line of footwear, these are Blade sneakers. These are Batas 1. These are the original sneakers for my Batas footwear line. The original. One of my podcast episodes, I'm gonna give y'all a history of my sneakers line. Yes, I have my own sneaker line. That's right. All you trolling haters, keep hating. You can't stop this. Yes, I got my own sneaker line. The Batas 1. These are the original. Check out the Blade. Y'all see the Blade right there? Double-sided art, baby. Available on my website, soundvision.com. Yeah, that's right. This is a Blade sneaker right here. Y'all ain't seen nothing like this before. Blade sneakers right here. You know what I'm saying? These are the Blade sneakers right here. Sick as I don't know what. Available on soundvision.com. Go get you a pair. The Blade Batas 1. These are the Batas 1, Blade Batas 1 right here. These were the second pair of Batas 1 I ever created. Because I'm a big Blade fan. A big Blade fan. I love me some Blade, man. You know what I'm saying? It's he's one of the greatest. Like, Blade, man, really changed my life. What it really did for me is let me know that there's African American superheroes that can be cool and not be stereotyped. That was really important to me. I couldn't stand I ain't gonna lie to y'all, the Luke Cage TV series, I couldn't stand it. The one on Disney, it was horrible. Every other word was the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Blade was finally when I first saw Blade, I didn't see Blade till after I saw Mantis, which was another TV series in the 1990s. You know what I'm saying? Starring Carl Lumbly. If y'all know the great Carl Lumbly, who's also the voice of Martian Manhunter, who was also in the TV series of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That TV series was off the chain. Of course, Static Shock. I'm gonna talk about that later. Static Shock is gonna be down the line. I got Static Shock. You know what I mean? But today we're focusing on Blade. You know what I'm saying? These are Blade sneakers, right? So if you want Blade sneakers, you gotta go get you a pair. Now I gotta show you something else too. I don't want y'all to forget this right here. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna bust out these sneakers right here. The Batas 3s. These amazing sneakers right here. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. I got to show y'all this right here. Here we go. So look. Now, if you love Blade as much as I do, yes, Static Shock, Kyle Adams. What's up, brother? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the streaming, man. You joined us late, but hey, today's episode, Kyle, was about a podcast, another episode, the Sound Vision podcast, of course, episode number 191, about Blade, Vampire Hunter. As far as I'm concerned, Blade is the greatest superhero in Marvel history. Period. He's the foundation of Marvel, right? That's what we talked about today. But I was talking about some products. You came in late, Kyle. Welcome. Thanks for joining us, though. Look, these are Batas 3 sneakers right here. If you love Blade, imagine wearing one of these, but all black with Blade on it. How sick would that be? All black with Blade on it. My Blade drawing. That's right. So I'm going to take this drawing, and I'm going to put it on this sneaker. I'm going to do it again. This drawing is going to go on this sneaker. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, Get you a Static Shock for sure was one of the best. Oh my God. Static Shock was off the chain. But Blade is who we're talking about today. You know what I mean? And next week, I'm going to talk about another superhero. Well, y'all wait to see who that's going to be. But these Battles 3 sneakers, y'all, thank you very much, Dalton Caesar, for subscribing to our channel. We're trying to get this thing on 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs, y'all. As of today, when I checked, I was at 673. And I wouldn't have got to that 673 if not for y'all. So thank y'all for being amazing viewers. Thank y'all for being so supportive. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for doing mad stuff. And thank you, K5 Aqua. Greetings. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. You're kind of late. Today was the Science Fiction Podcast, episode 191. Talking about Blade. Thank you very much. Hey, Kingston, appreciate that. Yeah, always got to bring the energy. Are you kidding me? If you ain't bringing no energy, what you doing? Ha, that's so funny, Kyle. He said I should call the shoes Daywalkers. Talking about the one with Blade? Man, you know what? The next time y'all see some Battles 3s, I might have some Blades on them jokers, man. You feel me? I'm working on some tennis shoes right now, y'all. Yeah, for sure. These sneakers are sick. Imagine having a Blade with my drawing on it. That's my drawings. One thing that makes me have great shoes is that my artwork is off the chain. Yes, I'm tooting my own horn. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Kev5, for checking out the podcast today. Thank you for being part of it. It's been an amazing episode. But I want to show you the products before I get up out of here. Now, these are the Battles 3 right here, available on ScienceFiction.com right now. The newest toy in the whole Battles line of sneakers. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these people in the chat up some more, because I know I don't got too much left here. No, it's not $20. Don't make me laugh. Yeah, these in black would be sick as hell. These in black with Blade on them would be sick as hell too. Yeah, for sure. Y'all the items, of course. I got my own characters. Once I pop off, which I'm already dead. That's the beauty of being independent. I ain't got to wait on nobody to let me move up. I move up on my own time. You feel me? So thank you all for being a part of the show today. Before I get out of here, look, I'm going to talk about some products. We're going to talk about mental health. And we're going to talk about the Cards of Assassin universe real fast. But these are the Battles 3 sneakers available today. I'm showing y'all products because every time I end a podcast, I always talk about my cool products. So the Battles 3 available on ScienceFiction.com in black, in blue, in red, in dark gray, brown, pink, purple. We got them for ladies and dudes. We got them for kids and we got them for the kids too. We got different sizes from all the way from size 5 all the way to 14. So if you love high top sneakers with straps or no straps, now these ones have a strap. Just so y'all know. And look, these ones have a strap. You see what I'm saying? They have a strap. Most definitely they have a strap. So I want y'all to check it out. Now, check it out, y'all. I'm almost done, y'all. So look, check it out. I'm going to do a 360 so you can see this shoe in totality. See how cool it is. See how sick it is. Yes. Do I have them for cats? I don't know what you mean by that. That's a weird question. Thank you, John Davis. Thank you very much for subscribing. I'm trying to get this to 1,000 subs. So look, y'all, two-tone, keep it to yourself, loser. You see, y'all? You see how you block the losers? There's always some hater. I don't know what's up with them hating. They act like hating is a good thing. I don't know whatever happened to you just having respect for the fact that people actually have a talent and actually using it. So yeah, I'm not sure if he's talking about cats, but I ain't got nothing for cats. Sorry. I don't know about that. Sorry, man. But yo, Battles 3 sneakers right here. You can go troll somebody else. Now, hey, look. Who's this right here? Spac, whatever you call yourself. No, I don't. Not for cats. Sorry. I'm gonna have to pass. Yeah. Yeah. So, Kyle. Hey, Kyle, you sure ain't lying about that, brother. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing something right. You feel me? And Kyle, what if you notice? I'm always got haters, man. Bro, I always got haters. They be coming out the woodwork, man. Acting like they finna stop something. Y'all ain't finna stop nothing. This dream is already in motion. Go kick rocks if you don't want to see me succeed. You cannot stop me. You hear me? I'm gonna get where I need to go. You feel me? Of course you're gonna get trolls. You for sure. Y'all Adams. Hopefully you subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all so much, man. But these are the products. The Battles 3 sneakers. Available on ScienceFiction.com. Available in multiple characters. Cards of Assassins. And of course, Blade. This drawing on my t-shirt can go on this sneaker right here. So order you, get you a pair on ScienceFiction.com. Let's get these likes up. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Battles 3 sneakers, man. Now look, one more thing I like talking about. I'm gonna let y'all keep looking at the sneakers, because I know y'all love it. Yo, check this out. Cards of Assassins. The bio book. You want to get this bio book. Why? Because it's going to lead to the first official Cards for Assassins comic book that's coming out next year, y'all. I keep telling y'all every episode, every podcast I've done, this bio book is going to be very important. Why? Because it's going to let you know what's going on in the Cards of Assassin universe. you are going to get the chance to understand what's going on in the universe so that way you can understand what's going on with my character when it come out next year. My book is coming out next year, y'all. Thank you, y'all Adams. Thank you very much for subscribing, y'all. Look, this Cards of Assassin Bible book is important because it's going to let you understand every single character in the Cards of Assassin universe. When my first comic book comes out next year, y'all, it's going to be sick. When my first animation series comes out next year, it's going to be sick. How much for the Bible book? $50. $50. It's sequential. It's a lot of hard work. It took a lot of creation. But when this comic book comes out next year, y'all, it's going to be on the cracking, y'all. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be Dalton Cesar, thank you very much, man. First time being here. Thank you for being part of what I'm doing. Be back again next week, brother. You know what I'm saying? I got brand new episodes of my podcast every Friday. I used to pre-record it. Now I go live because going live is a lot better. It's a lot cooler. It's a lot more entertaining. People love that. I am the creator. Yes, I am the creator. Yes, I am. Cards for Assassins, this bio book. I created this entire universe. This comic book is coming, y'all. This universe, y'all better get ready, y'all. It's coming through. I'm telling y'all right now, it's going to be big time. Y'all see what I'm saying? So let me tell you about the Cards of Assassins, heroes versus villains. The Carjacks are the heroes, right here. Cajun, Escalade, Glocks, Rasputin, Sincere, Shepherd, Diesel, and Sphinx. Then, of course, the villains, led by Lord Sanusi. You know what I'm saying? Yo, check this out, y'all. Thank y'all very much for subscribing. And thank y'all for the likes, too, as well. Look, the assassins right here, led by Lord Sanusi right there. Artillery, Coyotes, Excursion, Kanji, Revo, Snipes, Yukon. You know what I'm saying? Yo, these characters, Carbon, thank you for subscribing. Thank y'all for subscribing, man. Look, so get you a copy of this Bible on sunvision.com. It's the first thing you see on my website. Look, that's the website right there. Sunvision. Sunvision.com. Sunvisionshop.com or sunvision.com. Either one will take you to it. You know what I'm saying? So this Bible book is important because it's going to let you know what's going on in the Cards of Assassin universe so that you can join the movement. You can be part of what's going to be great in the future. I'm telling you right now, yo, when this comic book drops next year, y'all going to be losing it. You're going to be like, dang, we need this dude when he was on the come up. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, Cards of Assassin, man. And then, of course, last but not least, yes, please check out the Bible book on the website, sunvision.com. DOE 525, please check it out. Sunvision.com, get you a copy of this Bible book. Trust me, it's a great read. Trust me, it's a great read. You will not be disappointed. It's gonna open you up to new superheroes. Because what I see what's happening now with the industry is that they keep trying to follow us the same garbage every single week, every single month, every single year. Remake. How many times you gonna remake Superman, Batman? Like, it's getting corny. How about you give us some Green Lantern John Stewart? How about you give us Hawk Girl? You know what I'm saying? How about you give us Vixen? Yes, I do like Spawn. Spawn is sick as hell. Trust me, Spawn is going to be one of my podcast episodes. But for right now, I got about 6 important episodes I got to put out to y'all before I drop Spawn. So trust me, Spawn is coming down the pipe. You ain't got to worry about that. I got y'all on the Spawn. Now, next up, y'all, is this. I always like talking about, before I end my podcast episodes, it's always important for me to talk about mental health. I believe in mental health. I believe in being healthy. This right here is a journal. Like I told y'all, this is day number what? Day number 501 since I started doing therapy. Let me tell you, therapy really changes your life. It really changes your life. So all of y'all dealing with something, please be sure to go get you some help. And get you a good therapist. Don't get you one of these corporate therapists like I be seeing on commercials on YouTube, man. I can't stand corporate therapy. It's the worst. You know what I'm saying? It is the worst. And yes, it is. When you get therapy, it helps you to understand everything you've been through, your traumas, your anxieties, understanding your job, understanding your life. Be sure to go get you a therapist so it can get you where you need to be. Every episode, I don't care if it's popular or not, on my podcast, I always talk about mental health. So if that's a problem for you, go ahead and get off my channel right now. I do not care if you stay on my page. There's people out there that need help. And so at the end of every single podcast, I'm making my business to talk about mental health because I've done therapy. I'm still in it right now. Yesterday was my 24th therapy session. It was amazing. And I got my 25th next month. You know what I'm saying? It's all about bettering yourself. That's what's great about therapy. And look, if you're going to do therapy, one thing my therapist taught me was that I need to have a, DOE 525. My YouTube and my IG is the same name, Sanusi Vision. TikTok is the same name. Twitter is the same name. Facebook is the same name. I'm not really a big fan of IG because I feel like IG shadow bans people. That's why I don't use it. You know what I mean? But yo, as far as this therapy, man, get you a journal. This journal is available on my website. It's only $30. Only $30 with multiple characters on it too. You gotta be able to Yeah, look, yourself, Adam must just said something very cool. Yes, understanding who you are inside and how you are dealing with the world is something a lot of people are missing. They sure are, man. You ain't never lying. People don't know how to deal with this stuff, and you have to get therapy, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it makes a difference in your life. It makes a difference in your relationship. It makes a difference in your job. It makes a difference in how you make money. It makes a difference in how you trade people. It makes a difference in how you treat people. It makes a difference in how you receive people. It makes a difference in how you sleep. You just want peace in your life, y'all. So my therapist encouraged me when we started to get a journal. And sure enough, this is journal number 5 right here. And y'all ain't gonna believe this. Guess what I got down the pike? Journal 5 just finished today. Check this out, y'all. This is the last page of journal 5 right here. And guess what's coming? Journal number 6. I'm gonna start that tomorrow. Fresh, fat, brand new. Guess what it's got on it? My art. And guess what it's got on it? My characters. Carjack for Assassins version 1 on the front. Carjack for Assassins version 1 on the back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Anthony, that Bible stuff, that's great. But you know what? The Bible doesn't solve all your problems. Sometimes you need somebody to sit in front of you. So, yo, I can't stand when people try to do the religion thing. Yo, keep it to yourself, man. Real talk. I ain't got no problem with religion, but yo, you need a therapist. You need a therapist, period. Slim Thick Savage, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Unfortunately, I'm coming to the end of the show, man. Today was a Sanusi podcast, episode 191. You know what I'm saying? I talked about Blade, the greatest superhero that in the Marvel universe. Therapy and exercise, y'all. It is true. Exercise. I work out 6 days a week, y'all. Therapy plus exercise is the perfect recipe. You have to, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to love yourself, love your mind, love your spirit, right? 3 things that matter in 2 segments: strength, courage, and vision. And then also 2, serenity, peace, and clarity. When you have serenity, peace, and clarity, you can achieve all things, man. Because now it gives you that, it reduces your anxiety. It makes you be, he said a blunt would help too. Hey, as long as it's legal, if it's legal, it's all good. If it's not, don't get yourself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And so, getting therapy really helps, y'all. So please, get you a therapist. Find one that cares. Hey, look, I'm not trying to read all that. John, keep that to yourself. Seriously. Nobody give a damn about no Kamala Harris, and I don't care about politics. Wrong spot. I don't care about no politics. But like I say, and no jokers, no offense, but yo, keep that religion stuff to yourself, man. Sometimes you're offending people who come in there with their religious nonsense. Nobody trying to read all that. You know what I mean? And you definitely getting blocked now. You brought that loser up. I'm good. I don't care about neither one. So your therapy, y'all, make sure you get it. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mentals. It's real important. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself so you can be the best version of yourself. You are a great human being. You can achieve. You can aspire. Continue to aspire and achieve and do great things with your life. Yo. So that's my segment for today for mental health. Please visit the website if you want a journal. I got all kinds of art on the journal. I got my characters. I got Batman. I got Wolverine. I got Blade. I got all kinds of awesome characters. And I'm going to be back tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow, but for sure Saturday. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's definitely getting your therapy up. Find your therapist that cares. Understanding how to deal with the trauma of your life will pull you forward. I know better than most. Trust me, I've had plenty of traumas. Writing it down helps you a lot. Make sure you are able to understand yourself. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's our therapy for today. That's what it is for today as far as therapy session, as far as mental health, man. Hey, Slim Thick Savage, thank y'all very much. And please subscribe to the channel now. Look, before I get up through, man, I want to thank our subscribers. Thank our sponsors. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching today. We're going to pay some of these bills because I got subscribers. This Sound Vision podcast is brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything between, search Tigler. Don't wait. Search today. That's Tigler.com, y'all. Don't wait. Search today. Tigler.com, y'all. That's Tigler.com. I'm not yelling, loser, honey bunny. It's called passion. Now get off my platform, you loser. I can't stand people like y'all. Y'all just say ignorant stuff and think it's cool. It's not cool. You know what I mean? Keep it to yourself. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and block you. Get off my platform. Get the hell out of here. I ain't got time for that, man. And at the B, keep it to yourself. I don't need to slow down. You need to keep up. Now look here. Check y'all. Tigler.com, my sponsors. I want to thank my sponsors. Tigler.com, y'all. Please check it out. If you need subscribers, if you need plumbers, if you need carpenters, if you need nurses, if you need pediatricians, anything professional, landscapers, please visit the website, tigler.com, and find your professional. If you're in the Great Falls, Virginia area, or in the California area, please check out tigler.com. Thank you very much, Funny Money. Yes, the Blade t-shirt available on SoundVision.com. And also, too, this podcast is brought to you by Antidote for the Knuckle. Don't live with full pain, y'all. Antidote for the Knuckle. Make your feet happy can. That's AntidoteCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AntidoteCenter.com for details, y'all. Y'all have been awesome today. I want to thank y'all for joining me on this SoundVision podcast, episode 191, about Blade. It was an amazing episode. I'm so grateful. And for all of y'all joining the chat, sorry, we're bringing the podcast to a close. You know what I mean? But yo, amazing episode, y'all. Thank y'all very much for joining the podcast. So look, thank y'all for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by me, yours truly, Adewale Agbooke Jr. Yes, I am the man. I am the man. Please, I am the man. I'm doing what I can. And please check out our website at soundvision.com. Please check it out, y'all. It's an amazing website. I got all kinds of stuff. Journals, water bottles, bio books, glasses cases, Dr. Feels Good, you can go kick rocks. Get off my platform. Ain't nobody got time for that. You a loser. I'm still prettier than you, though. I'm still better looking than you. Way better looking than you. I'm a pretty boy. From the way you talk, you probably sound like you're a real ugly person. So you need to take shots at other people. Pathetic. Enjoy your night, Ewell Adams. Thank you so much for being here. And look, glasses cases. You know what I'm saying? Work out, man. Andy Brunner, work out, man. You know what I'm saying? Also to get your therapist. And look, posters. Blade, of course. Get your Blade poster right here. You know what I mean? So, yo, the SoundVision website is amazing. I got long sleeve t-shirts. I got glasses cases. I got phone cases. You know, all kinds of cool stuff. So check out the website, y'all. And please, subscribe to our channel, SoundVision. We're trying to get this thing to 1,000 subs, y'all. 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs, y'all. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. Andy Bamana, you're an idiot. Get off my platform. Find something better to do with your time. Go kick rocks. You're a moron. Thank you for saying that for me, John Davis. What a moron. Anthony P, can I get an autographed what? What do you want to get an autographed what for? But like I say, y'all, subscribe to my channel, soundvision.com. Subscribe to my channel, SoundVision. And please, when you subscribe to my SoundVision channel, YouTube channel, please make sure you set up the notifications so when I have new episodes or new videos, you can see them, you can be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, please, subscribe to our channel, SoundVision. We're trying to get this thing to 1,000 subs. And thanks to y'all, prior to the start of this episode, I was at 673. So I want to thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much. And also, too, please check out our social media platforms. YouTube, of course. TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X, and of course, Instagram. Definitely, man. You definitely got to check that out, yo. We definitely got things popping on their channels. Always, for me, YouTube is the best social media platform because it's your channel. Literally your channel. Literally your channel, y'all. So if you want to have your own channel, all artists out there, no matter what your craft, no matter what your field, sculpting, animation, classical, get you a social media platform and build it up so that you can have independence from these companies. Once you have independence, now the companies have to come to you on your terms, right? It's all about your terms. So make sure you do that for yourself. Social media. I don't want to hear artists whining or crying about, I ain't got no way to get my stuff out. Yes, you do. It's called social media. Build yourself up. I remember when I only had 1 subscriber. Now I got 673. And I'm going to remember when I got 673 when I got to like 500,000, 1 million, 10 million. You know what I'm saying? So the goal is to keep building yourself up. Build yourself up. Build yourself up. Use a social media platform. Do your thing. And look, y'all. As always, please review us. Rate us. Give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Like I always say, y'all, you are the orchestrator of your dreams. You are the creator of your dreams. You created it, you get to manifest it, you get to build it. Don't let no haters, don't let no trolls. Y'all see how I am on my live stream podcast. I don't let these trolls tell me what to do. I tell them to go kick rocks. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Believe in yourself always. Never, ever, 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 ever give up. You know what? I got to read y'all something because it was my quote of the week. Then I'm gonna get up out of here. Something I think y'all should hear. That way it lets you know how great you can be yourself. The ascendance to which you can achieve. Look, your dreams can be delayed, but must never be extinguished. So wait your time while the universe delivers the right hand. Be determined, not desperate. Like I say, be determined, not desperate. Think about it, y'all. Your dreams can be delayed, but never extinguished. So wait your time while the universe delivers the right hand. Be determined, not desperate. And yes, I came up with that quote. I always come up with quotes. Hey, Divine Knowledge, you're a moron. I work out 6 days a week, you dumb. You're a dumb idiot. You're just a moron. Keep it to yourself. Thank you very much, y'all. So like I say, y'all, aspire and achieve. Always, always believe in yourself. Don't let none of these trolls, don't let none of these haters, don't let nobody that ain't you stop you. Don't even let family members stop you. Because sometimes family members don't want to see you shine. Well, guess what? You don't need their permission to pursue your dream. You just got to go after what you want to go after. That's it. Plain and simple. Let's get these likes up. So y'all, like I always say, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe, y'all. I'm going to see y'all Saturday, if not tomorrow. Stay safe, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.